Being part of the sandwich generation comes with its unique challenges, especially for women who find themselves caught between caring for aging parents and supporting adult children. As if one role isn't enough, this dual responsibility often feels like an emotional and physical juggling act, leaving many women wondering how they'll get through the day, let alone the years ahead. It's an exhausting position to be in, but also one filled with love, duty, and devotion. For women in this position, the struggle often goes unnoticed by others. The focus tends to be on either the older generation or the younger, but the woman in the middle, the one providing care to both, often gets lost in the narrative. So how do you find balance in this challenging phase of life? How do you care for your aging parents while continuing to support your adult children without losing yourself in the process? One of the biggest challenges facing women in the sandwich generation is the emotional tug-of-war that comes with balancing the needs of two different generations. On one hand, there's your aging parent who may be experiencing health issues, requiring more attention, emotional support, and sometimes hands-on care. On the other hand, your adult children, although grown, still need guidance and sometimes even financial help as they navigate their way through relationships, careers, and life's many twists and turns. It's easy to feel overwhelmed. The natural desire to care for your parents as they once cared for you can clash with the equally important role of providing advice and support for your children. The emotional toll can be draining, especially when you're pulled in opposite directions, feeling like no matter where you are or who you're helping, you're not doing enough for the other. Many women in the sandwich generation also face financial stress. Supporting adult children who may still be in college, starting their careers, or struggling to become financially independent can put a strain on your budget. At the same time, the costs of caring for aging parents can pile up, whether it's medical expenses, home care services, or simply the cost of daily living support. Managing finances while shouldering these responsibilities can feel overwhelming. What if your adult child needs financial help to pay rent, but your parent requires a costly medical procedure? The pressure to be the financial safety net for both sides can lead to feelings of anxiety and helplessness. It's important to set financial boundaries and make clear decisions about what you can reasonably afford to do. Communicating with both your parents and children about your limitations, both financial and emotional, can help ease some of this burden. Finding balance in this overwhelming situation begins with acknowledging that you cannot do everything perfectly. You're human, and that's okay. Understanding your own limits and learning when to say no are essential steps in maintaining your well-being. Here are some practical ways to help navigate this difficult phase. 1. Prioritize self-care. As the caregiver for two generations, it's easy to lose sight of your own needs. However, the old adage is true: you can't pour from an empty cup. Prioritize your own well-being, whether it's making time for exercise, scheduling moments of relaxation, or even just enjoying a coffee break with a good book. Taking care of yourself doesn't mean neglecting your responsibilities. It means ensuring that you have the energy and mental clarity to care for your loved ones effectively. Make it a point to schedule you time into your day, even if it's just 20 minutes of quiet reflection. 2. Delegate when possible. You don't have to do it all on your own. If your siblings, spouse, or extended family are available, don't hesitate to ask for help. It's essential to divide caregiving responsibilities so that the entire burden isn't resting on your shoulders alone. Similarly, when it comes to your adult children, encourage them to handle their own challenges whenever possible. They should be learning to navigate life's obstacles on their own, with you as a guide rather than a crutch. Hiring external help, such as home care services for your aging parents, is another option if you can afford it. This can take some of the pressure off and allow you to focus on both generations more evenly. 3. Set boundaries with adult children. It can be tempting to always be available to your adult children, but constantly being on call for them can stretch you too thin. It's essential to encourage their independence and set boundaries around how much emotional and financial support you're able to offer. Be there to guide and advise, but make sure they know that they need to take responsibility for their own lives. Boundaries are also crucial when it comes to finances. While you may want to help your children financially, it's important to ensure that you're not compromising your own financial stability. Set clear expectations and encourage them to become financially independent, while still offering emotional support. 4. Create a plan for aging parents. The role of caregiver for your parents can take many forms, from emotional support to full-time care. It's crucial to have a plan in place for your parents' future care needs. This could include exploring assisted living facilities, long-term care insurance, or creating a schedule with siblings or family members to share caregiving responsibilities. Open, honest conversations with your parents about their needs and desires will help ease the burden of making these decisions on your own. By creating a long-term care plan, you can reduce the stress and uncertainty that often comes with caring for aging parents. 5. Manage guilt and perfectionism. One of the most common feelings women in the sandwich generation experience is guilt. Guilt for not spending enough time with aging parents, guilt for not being able to support their adult children enough, and guilt for feeling overwhelmed. It's easy to fall into the trap of perfectionism, believing that you have to be everything to everyone at all times. But the truth is, you're doing your best. It's okay to feel conflicted, and it's okay to admit that you're not superhuman. Give yourself permission to be imperfect and know that your love and support are enough, even if you can't solve every problem for everyone. Being part of the sandwich generation is no easy feat. You're balancing the needs of two generations while often feeling squeezed in the middle. However, by setting boundaries, prioritizing self-care, and finding support when needed, it is possible to navigate this phase with grace and resilience. Remember, you're not alone. Millions of women around the world are experiencing the same challenges, and it's okay to seek help, share your struggles, and find solace in knowing that you're doing the best you can. Above all, don't lose sight of the love that fuels this balancing act. It's that same love that will carry you through.